This is the newest version of the cocktail table. This is the new front end. You can scroll up and down to see the different systems. It has over 7,000 games. Even PlayStation games it has. It has thousands of arcade games. To enter, you hit the enter button. And then this enters the system. These are the arcade classics. So you can scroll through the games. Shows a little video of each game. Then you hit enter again on the joystick. And the games load just like if they were in the arcade, just like whatever the system is. So if you want player 2, you would scroll around to the second player side and hit the coin button. And then you would hit 2 players. Then it would start on player 1. That's player 1. And then it'll flip to the other side for player 2. To get out of the game, you hit these 2 buttons. Brings you back to this menu. To get out of the arcade section, you hit the back button. And then it shows the list of all the games, all the consoles. So let's say we're going in, we want to play another arcade game. Let's say we want to play Donkey Kong. We hit the coin button. Brings up this menu. Then we can scroll, hit the joystick left to right, and it changes the letter. Let's say we want the D's for Donkey Kong. Then we hit the enter button. And then we scroll down and find Donkey Kong. And these are just the arcade section. You know, there's other versions of Donkey Kong, you know, for like the Nintendo and all those. So this is the Donkey Kong. Let's say we want to add Donkey Kong into our favorites. We highlight it so it looks like it's yellow. And then we hit this top button. And that adds to favorites. And then it will say add it to favorites. If you want to remove it, you just do the same thing in reverse. So we want to play Donkey Kong, we hit the enter button. Then it will load just like it would load in the arcade. Again, if you want to play 2-player, you would go to this side and hit the play 2. Or if you just want to play 1 player, you could add coins and then press the start. And then it will play just like the arcade game will play. To exit that game, again you hit these 2 buttons. And like I said, there's thousands of arcade games. All the classic arcade games, they're here. To go back to the menu, you hit that button, the back button. This is the enter button, and this is the back button. This is the add to favorites button. You know, in this section when you're in the, you know, to choose your platform area. And then this would be this button here. And this area would be to get to the main menu and to shut it down. Let's say we want to leave that menu, we hit the back button. So this is to always go back to the previous menu, and then this is the enter button. So these are all the systems that are in it. Now this is Virtual Boy. Virtual Boy was like a pair of glasses that you would wear and it would show the game. And you're saying, how are you going to play that on a cocktail table? So let's enter it. We hit the enter button. And then these are the Game Boy games. What it does is upconverts them. It makes them larger. So like Game Boy games and all these other games, they're large. So you're able to play them and enjoy them. And you know. So let's hit enter. And then that would be Donkey Kong. I think we went into the wrong system actually. This is the Nintendo system. Let's go back. We want to highlight Virtual Boy. Now Virtual Boy is highlighted. Now we're entering that system. And now these show the Virtual Boy games. Like I said, this was like a pair of glasses you would wear and you can see them. And then the games would play just like they would play on the console. Hit the start button. And there's a screen for player 1 and a screen for player 2. So if you're playing 2 players, player with 2 would view on that side, and player 1 would view on this side. And you could change the resolution to where it's just one game, you know, one screen for one player. You could change anything on it. See, now you're able to play Virtual Boy. To exit, you hit these 2 buttons. Hit the back button to go to the main menu. And then these are all the systems that are on it. It has the Japanese and American versions of Super Nintendo, the Game Gear, which is another handheld, Sega Master System, the Mark III, the 32X, the Sega CD, PC Engine, which was a great Japanese system, the PlayStation games, Scum VM, which is other computer games. And then you got all your Capcom favorites, your smash ups. These are all vertical games. Let's go into that. Hit enter. And these are all vertical, you know, shooter games. Hit the back button again. Go back to the main menu. And then these are all games. They will show all 7,000 plus games in this section. So you'll see like all the type of Donkey Kongs for every system, like the arcade version, the Nintendo version, and so on. And then we're back on the arcade section. Let's say we want to play a game like Marvel vs. Capcom. So we hit the enter button to enter the arcade classics. It's on the E's, so we hit this button again, the coin button, and we hit the joystick to look for M, then hit enter, and then scroll down to Marvel vs. Capcom. And remember, this is just the arcade section. There's other sections for every system. Hit the enter button, and then the game would load just like it would, you know, load on any arcade or load on a system. You add coins on player 1 and player 2 if you want to play 2 players. Then you would hit start on both sides. The player 2 would hit their own. Or you could play 1 player. It doesn't matter. You can make it so the screen is not, facing both sides. It can just be one big screen. Yeah, so to get out of it, hit those 2 buttons. Still in the arcade section, hit the back button to go to the main menu. It's a lot of fun and a lot of games. Each system has all the games for that system. And it breathes new life into these handheld systems that were tiny and outdated, and it just brings the games alive. It makes them larger and allows you to play them. Alright, to shut down the machine, you hit this button, and then the main menu comes up. You use the joystick to hit quit, then you hit enter, and then shut down system, hit enter again, and hit yes, and that's it. It shuts down the system. Thank you.